computer went hung up and didn't work.
Says no. So what happens
to the best of us all?
Yeah.
Went hung up and didn't work.
Says no.
I think we're still waiting for a couple of contestants, and obviously we're still waiting for Adam and Pete, I believe.
Yeah, no problem. It gives us more time to
Yeah.
prepare final stage.
So let's wait for a few minutes. Just relax, take a deep breath. It will be a fun.
It's easy to say than be done.
Well, actually, I'm saying that to myself as well.
Oh, okay. We're on the same page.
Yeah, exactly. We're all under a bit of pressure, but
I want to sit here again, being here as a judge. It's nerve-wracking.
Is it?
Really?
Maybe we can swap. Let me be the judge and you do the speech.
No, I'm quite comfortable, thank you. I'm quite happy to public speak. I've been doing it for 47 years, so it's still daunting. Whenever you do it after 40 years, it's still daunting until you get going.
Yeah,
I find comfort to hear that. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you're aware, Andy, we actually run a public speaking club within CUK Run. So yeah, we do a session every fortnight. So again, maybe if you have time, you can be our guest speaker and really just share some tips on public speaking and how to maybe control your nerves, and then how to deliver a really good speech. That would be super.
Yeah, I'm quite happy to do that.
Awesome, thank you. Brilliant. Right, shall we hi, Pete just joined us.
Hello everyone.
Hello, Pete.
Afternoon.
Pete.
Hello.
Hi, Pete.
Nice to see you all.
Yeah, same here. Happy Saturday.
Right, I think we're still waiting for Wang Yue, who
is coming.
Oh, actually literally just joined. Brilliant. Because she's going to be the first one to give the speech. Hi, Wang Yue. You made it on time. Should we maybe just to give it another minute or so, and then we'll make a start?
Yeah, sure.
Right?
No problem.
Cool.
Oh, I'm already forgetting my lines. No.
Liu Peng, where do you buy these clothes?
Yeah, you know what? I'll probably make a small promotion later on at the end of the show to see who wants some of my, not mine, but this style jumper or coat. I got it
I'll
from.
buy one.
I got it
I'll
from.
take one.
I got it from Alibaba, or what do you call it? From back home, and then delivered here.
Alice, am I set too far from the screen? No, we can see you. We can see you and
your
hear
whole
you
body.
clearly.
It's good.
Yeah. But I can see nothing. I'm short-sighted. I just see everything blurred.
That's probably very well. You don't want to see. You don't want to see.
And I just talk to myself.
If you do it that way, you get the right answers because you get the answer you want.
Will your son listen to the speech?
Okay, Adam here.
Is Adam here?
One second. He's joining.
Oh, he's probably in the waiting room. Oh, perfect.
He's joining. Okay, yeah, Adam here.
Great.
Fantastic. Hi, Adam. Heard you had a little bit of a last-minute power cut.
That's right. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Power
Hello.
cut in Australia.
Hello.
Okay, brilliant. I think everyone is here, so why don't we just make a start? So, ladies and gentlemen, on Zoom, on YouTube, good afternoon, and welcome to the CUK-跑动英伦 English Public Speaking Contest, the final. And we're supported by the Chinese Students and Scholars Association. So thank you for your support. I'm your host today, Jessica Yang. So before we go into the formal contest today, let me just tell you a little bit more about CUK-跑动英伦. So we are a Chinese running members club based in London, with members from across the UK, from China and the United States. It was founded in 2016 by He Yizhou, which is present here today. So the club is the largest Chinese running club in the UK with more than 400 registered members. So we have the honor to have invited 4 wonderful judges to evaluate the contestants' performances in today's final. So now please allow me to introduce you to each and every one of them. So we have Mr. Adam Twiddle. Hi, Adam. So Adam is an experienced pilot, entrepreneur, board director, CEO and leader. After serving 10 years as an RAF pilot, Adam entered the world of private aviation with an American company launching fractional ownership in Europe, NetJets. Having seen the industry from all angles, Adam co-founded Private Fly with his wife, Carol. The business was sold to One Sky, part of Directional Aviation, in 2018. Adam's passion for aviation continues with a new group role looking at their investments in the future of flight. Thank you and welcome, Adam. We also have Mr. Andrew Taylor. Hi, Andy.
Hi,
Andy
all.
Andy has always had an abundance of energy, drive and enthusiasm, which has culminated in an amazing career. Coming from a disadvantaged background, had a humble beginning as an apprentice electrician in the ESI and rose to the dizzy heights of over 47 years to become VP director of a €1 billion company. Working as a transformational leader in the electrical contracting, servicing and manufacturing industries, putting the customer and its people at the heart of any decision in which he has role modeled through his day-to-day behavior and attitude. One thing that has been fundamental in his success is the ability to bring out the best in people and nurture them through to fulfill their potential. Thank you and welcome, Andy. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We also have Mr. Peter Juan. Hi, Pete. Pete's experience is broad, but has always been at faster paced startups. He's worked as a product manager, growth marketer, web engineer, and now is a venture catalyst with 2020, which Pete co-founded with a childhood best friend. 2020 is a growth consultancy for highly ambitious companies and people. They are currently helping startups, international e-commerce companies, and the NHS reach their goals. Thank you very much, Pete, and welcome to the contest. Last but not least, we have Elle. Hi, Alice. Alice is an experienced relationship banker in London, and she serves high net worth individuals, families, and investors on their global investment strategy and wealth planning. Outside work, Alice is an advocate for Toastmasters, which is a public speaking club, and has been a seasoned member for the past 8 years. She has also been awarded the Competent Communicator and Advanced Leader Bronze Awards. Great to see you, and thank you, Alice. So now you have all met our wonderful judges. So how is today's contest going to proceed? Now let me run you through. So after very fierce competition and careful selection, 8 brilliant contestants are in today's final. Therefore, you will get to hear 8 wonderful stories about their life in the UK. Each contestant will deliver a speech on their choosing topic, no less than 4 minutes 30 seconds and no more than 6 minutes 30 seconds. We have our timer, Juan, who will keep us on time. So Ru is a final year PhD student in chemical engineering and biotechnology at the University of Cambridge. She joined the public speaking club last year to build confidence and harness the power of storytelling. So Ru has certainly become a very seasoned speaker since then. Hi, Ru. Thank you for your help. So the contestants will be evaluated and marked on 3 areas. So firstly, the content of speech, which includes the structure and quality of their speech. Secondly, the delivery of speech, which is demonstrated through their body language, voice volume, and the enthusiasm and the confidence shown. Thirdly, the language used, that would include grammar, pronunciation, and vocabulary and the style of the language. So after each contestant has completed their speech, a judge will provide an evaluation about a minute after their speech. And after all of the contestants have completed their speeches, all the judges will move to a breakout room temporarily to determine who will be our top 3 winners today. I know there are lots of family and friends on YouTube today watching today's contest, so please leave your words of support to your loved ones. So without further ado, now let's welcome our first contestant today, Wang Yue, to tell us about the beautiful scenes from the journey of life. Over to you, Wang Yue.
Thank you. Before I started, just one quick question. Does this session being recorded or is just live?
It's live on YouTube.
Right, so it's not recording.
I think you'll be able to probably go back and see on the YouTube channel.
Okay. Okay, so I guess I will start it. Hello, everyone. My name is Yue. First of all, I'm very glad to be selected for the final round of the contest. My speech today is about beautiful things from the journey of life. So before I started, I would like to invite all of you to have a think of what you consider as the most beautiful things in your life. So I will start from a movie I watched recently. It is called Soul. It was produced by Pixel and is a dream chasing story. So Joe, a pianist, lives in New York City. His dream is to play jazz professionally. One day when he went out, he falls down a manhole. And then he finds himself ending in heaven, where all the souls are born here and every soul will need to find their spark. So some spark are music, some are architect, and then they're ready to be born in the earth. And there he met a strange soul called 22, who is not able to find the spark. So 22 knows that Joe wants to go back to the earth, so he is helping him to return, but accidentally fall into the earth too, and settled into Joe's body. And 22 is really having a great time on earth. And enjoying every small moment he can have. For example, he's lying on the ground, smelling the fresh air, singing, dancing, and surprisingly, by doing all these small things, 22 finds his spark. So on the other hand, Joe is busy preparing for his piano show he's always dreaming about. So when the show time comes, Joe was so excited and felt that his dream can finally come true. It was a huge success. But after the show, Joe stepped out of the studio and then felt so empty inside of him. And he was thinking, what's now? So the story goes on, and Joe finally realized that maybe that little moments 22 are enjoying, which he thinks is stupid, is a spark of the life. And then he realized that he probably could live his life in another way, rather than focusing fully on chasing the dream and complained about little failures. He probably could live a completely different life. And the story ends here. I was so touched when I watched this movie because I had the exact same experience. When I was in high school, I believe you all know that everyone around you, teachers, parents, school, media, literally everyone told you that 高考 is the only way to a successful life. And unfortunately, I was so ill when I took the most important exam of my life. And then I ended up in a university that I was not hoping to get to. I was so frustrated. So the 4 years, the only focus for me is that I have to study hard and get to where I want to go. And I did finally get to where I want to go. But in return, I lost a lot of happy moments for that 4 years. And although I was very excited and happy when I received the offer, but then I felt the same emptiness and lost as Joe does. And I asked myself too, what's now? So I'm going to finish here. I think it's great to have a dream, but don't let that become the only goal of your life. And to answer my question I raised in the beginning, I don't know about your answer, but for me, life is like a journey. Other than destination, there are so many pretty things on the way that probably if you see them, you can say that, wow, it's so pretty. So for example, the sunny days in the UK that probably we can go for a walk after the long lockdown, or the time that you can finally see your parents after the quarantine, or the day that your dog is barking and running, or the day that you see the sunset on the Tower Bridge. All these little moments really make our life. And that is the most pretty thing from the journey of life. So yeah, that's my speech. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Juan. Yeah, yes, absolutely. We should all appreciate and enjoy the little moments in life a bit more. Thank you. So I believe Adam will provide your evaluation on Wang Yue's speech. So whenever you are ready, Adam. Sorry, Adam, you're on mute. We can't hear you.
We have 1 minute. The judges have 1 minute of silence.
Hi,
Sure, yeah,
can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can. So yeah, whenever you're ready.
Great. I was to join.
Whenever.
Losing a bit of reception here. Can everybody hear me?
Yes, we can.
Oh, great. Okay. It was an amazing start to the competition. Standard.
I think
Sorry.
it's
Adam, we've lost you.
Am I back now?
You are now.
Yes.
Oh, good.
You're back.
Sorry, I'm having a little bit of internet. It's not my day today, but what an amazing start to the competition. My goodness, the standard is going to be very high if everybody is. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Right from the beginning, I felt that you have a voice that I could listen to. Very soothing, very enjoyable to listen to. So, storyteller, I think. The slight disadvantage of that is that I think occasionally you might need to talk the audience by your voice or lowering your voice. But overall, what a fantastic storyteller. So I really enjoy and so thank you very much for leading us off to an amazing start.
Thank you.
Thank you, Adam. Okay, brilliant. Thank you very much, Adam, and thank you, Wang Yue. So now let's welcome the second contestant, Zhou Xiaoqian, and her speech is, I tried 3 things in London successfully that I've never done before.
Hello, everyone. This is Xiaoqian Zhou, and my English name is Joe. I think it's quite amazing coincidence that just the same as the actress in Wang Yue's story. I was quite motivated by Wang Yue's story, and I like to share my own experience in London. So I like to share my screen. Could you see it clearly? Just before my speech, I found the subtitles are reserved, but not that clearly, but it doesn't matter because I am the actress today and just focus on me is enough. So today my topic is I tried 3 things in London successfully that I had never done before. So let's start with a quiz question. Please look at my baby face and my abs. Could you guess how old I am? I thought it must be a rude question for girls and ladies, but I'd like to answer it. So if you give me the correct answer, I would reward you. Okay, I will reply this question later, and let's just start. So it is the first year for me to live in London. As soon as I arrived, the city was locked down, but I thought my life could not start. So I set myself 3 targets, which I called them a KPI of my own life here. As I am a big fan of doing sports, I took part in so many marathons and triathlons in China. So my first target is about make more than 10 friends here in London in a month who are also keen on jogging. But at the beginning, this target is quite difficult because this was quite a brand new city for me, especially during lockdown. So from last October to this March, I jogged 5 kilometers a day, 7 days a week, alongside the times all by myself. And sometimes I felt extremely lonely, but after joining our CUK running clubs, I think I finished my first target in a week. As you can see, there are so many events according to the government's limitation. Sometimes we run on the track and sometimes in the Hyde Park. So this regular training improves my running ability quite a lot. And these new friends also give me lots of motivation and inspirations. And I felt extremely grateful. So due to this, I finished my first target. Let's move to the next one. So before I came to London, I was attracted by all kinds of concerts as well as exhibitions. But during the lockdown, I got few opportunities. So, but as all you know, alongside times, especially in front of the Tate Modern, there are lots of musicians playing violins, guitars, and sing songs. So as long as I met with my favorite songs, I would start and enjoyed it. I like to chatting with these musicians, sharing my experience and understandings with them. They are quite talkative and friendly. So normally at the end, I will pay them £2 to show my respect. My friends joke that my running routine is quite expensive, but for me, I think £2 is just a cost of cup of coffee. But since I can play violin, so I thought, why not? I play violin myself and earn myself a cup of coffee. So as I demonstrated, I did it. There were some people stopped and watched, but there was no coins. Never mind, just enjoy the show. So next time, if you walk by the Times and see me play the violin, please give me a coin. Thanks. Okay, so let's move to my last target. One day, I play a game with my Italian friend. He made pastas while I made the Chinese traditional dumplings at the same time to see which one is more delicious. I would never forget how amazing his face was when he just turned around, and at that moment, I had already finished a dumpling. Just like this, yeah. And he said, "Oh my God, that is quite incredible. It's just a piece of art." So at that moment, I felt extremely proud of myself and my Chinese cuisine. So from my perspective, I think food can promote cultural communication. So as far as you can see, I finished my 3 targets successfully, which I had never tried before. So it is a high time for me to answer my quiz question. For how old I am? Yes, actually, I'm already 32 years old, and I am a mother of a 4-year-old boy. Yeah. I have been working in China for the media industry for 7 years, and I really want to try something brand new. So I quit my job and applied for my master's degree in King's College London and came here, which is a dream that I failed to achieve when I was 18 years old. But I thought it's never too late to have a try. So what I want to do is just to using my own experience to educate my little boy to be brave and tough, because life changes all the time. We should keep open-minded and never too late to try something brand new, because actions always speak louder than words. So do you answer my quiz question correctly? If you give me the right answer, I would invite you to jog with me along the times, and may you stay forever young. This is my speech. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chien. Wow, what achievement! Absolutely fantastic. And you're absolutely right. It's never too late to try something new.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for that speech. So let's just give our judges a minute, and then I'll ask Pete to please provide your evaluation on Joe's speech whenever you're ready. Thank you.
Yes, let's do it. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, so I've got a marking structure, so I'll generally follow that. So your content, it was very, storytelling was what you're going for there. So you told us a part of your past and you split it into 3 key stories. So the structure's nice. And you told it was so much personal moments and facts. So that was absolutely brilliant.
Thank you.
I also like your structure. So you linked an initial question at the beginning, how old am I, to the end. So that's really smart what you did there. You did it with something that could have been maybe a bit more tied to the story. So you just had any question, how old am I, how young? So the structure is very smart, but I think you could have connected it with something else. But I love the kind of how personal you talked about as well. That's me, that's my baby. Another part is that your enthusiasm is shown in the way you speak and the way you use your body language. So, you touch your chest when it's about yourself. You push over here when it's meaningful. So your body language is great as well. I don't know if you're allowed to use props. So it added a lot. The presentation, the dumpling, the violins, it engages us. But I wasn't sure if you're allowed that, but if we were allowed, you used it very nicely. And I loved how you combined the principle, the lesson. So, always be young, always start and find opportunities, and don't be as scared. You took that very timeless principle and you tied it into your life, and you said, oh, and I'm going to teach this to my son, and this is what I learned myself. So that was a great combination of topics. So I really enjoyed that. There were a few grammatical and pronunciation mistakes, but for your experience level, my God, you've done so well. So I really enjoyed that. Thank you for that.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Pete, for that very thorough evaluation. And thank you, Chien, for the speech. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Cheers. So now let's move on to contestant number 3. That would be Team Law, and he will tell us about what it takes to fall in love with London. Hello, Team.
Hello. Hey. Before I start, make sure that everyone can hear me clearly. The session here is not the best, but okay, hearing me? No?
No, it's very crackly.
Yeah, it is very cracky. So what go out of the Zoom room, and if it's okay for the to me and do his or hers as once I get my Zoom connection sorted.
Okay, yeah, sure. If you want to maybe disconnect and come back in, hopefully they'll get it sorted out.
Yeah.
All right, in that case, let's move on to our next contestant. That'll be Ling Chu, and her speech will be Fearless. Hi, Ling Chu.
Hi, everyone. Can you hear me clearly? Okay, thank you. Good afternoon. Nice to see you guys again. Thank you, Yue and Chien. I'm really eager your enthusiasm for life. I really enjoy your experience. Yeah. Yes, today my topic is about fearless. And last week, Chelsea had their first final game of the season, but it's a pity that they didn't make it. But I'm also inspired by the spirit they have given me. With this as a starter, I guess we could come back to normal life gradually. It was September 10th when I arrived at London, and this is the very first time that I came here and didn't have traveled before. And I only imagined how nice this could be, and it's just exactly as good as I imagined. As a big fan of English literature, I have read many works that written by Shakespeare, Oscar Wilde, and George Bernard Shaw. Most of the stories were basic or taking the city as the background. I have always dreamed that one day I could personally feel this city, and I finally got my chance. One day, one of my friends, and he saw the potential in me, and he was willing to support my further study in London. I was so happy. Even though that could be the worst time to go to the foreign country, and almost all of my friends, my family members, they thought that wasn't a good idea. But here I am, safe and sound, talk with you guys with pleasure. I'm about to finish my study and preparing for the next journey. And fear could stop us from many things, actually. It's more frightening than itself. We used to live in the fear of loss, for fear of losing vulnerable life, fortune, or really close friends. So that's we live in a toxic relationship. This kind of emotion will become worse and worse as we grow up. And we do not dare to run like we used to when we were young. We are fear of falling because we don't know how painful there will be after that falling. This kind of feeling makes us shackled and do not want to try things innovative. And it's a common error for all of us that we were used to overthinking before things got started. What if people resist on me under this special situation? What if I couldn't get along with my classmates? What if I couldn't keep running after I joined the club? Too many thoughts cross already before you really do it. Save against a raining day is a good idea, but we still need to have the encouragement to try to challenge ourselves and the unknown, run forward just as we did when we were young. The United States has taken hundreds of years to welcome their first non-white president. And before became the leader of America, Obama did not fear the road right ahead of him, even though we could imagine how hard it would be. If you do not live with fear anymore, you will have the ability of carry on. If you do not live with the fear of gossip, you won't care about others' comments of your life. If you do not live with fear of living alone, maybe you can meet a better person in the future. This year, we are going to get through the COVID road, and when we do, we will live our best life. So please be fearless. This is my topic. This is my speech. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Ling Chu. Thank you about that wonderful speech about how to be fearless. Thank you. Now, can I just ask the judges to put their marks, and then I will ask Alice to please provide your evaluation on Ling Chu's speech, please, whenever you're ready.
Yep, I'm here.
Hi.
Yep, thank you, Jessica. Congratulations, Ling Chu. You definitely show yourself as a fearless person in today's speech contest. Well done for that. Congratulations. And thank you for sharing your story with us. And in fact, personally, I would say that you look very sweet, very gentle, but I can feel that you are a fearless person that is in your bone, that, you actually really go all the way to be here, who you are today and where you are at today. So congratulations for that too. I love how Ling Chu actually, I find that our contestants today are very friendly. They all will acknowledge the contestant beforehand, which is quite nice to see that. And I also like to see that, how she actually shared her journey to come to the UK. And in fact, she also shared her personal story where, she actually got this fear in her, but she never let this fear to stop her to be where she wants to be. So well done for that. I also liked how Ling Chu actually shared other stories as well, like, such as how Obama overcome his challenges to become the president of the United States. I think that actually really bring the audience to really join into the story. And also even we have the examples like, yes, all of us actually, we meet our challenges and we'll be fearful sometimes, but more importantly is that how we can push our fear and become fearless and meet our goal. And I love how actually Ling Chu actually really motivate, encourage all of us to be fearless. So if I would like to give some recommendation to Ling Chu, I would say that, because she has very good stories to share, I would encourage her actually using the power of pause to segment her story, so that we actually will know that she transitioned from one story to her story with a very quick pause in between. But overall, congratulations, Ling Chu. I would say that to really, although you're not standing in front of everyone, but actually you're online right now, so that more people would see you. So with your fearless attitude and be here with us today, you already win it today. Thank you so much.
Oh, what a wonderful evaluation. Thank you, Alice. Yes, I guess everyone here today, all the contestants, just about being here, we're all showing we are fearless. Thank you very much. So I can see that Tim is back in the room. Tim, do you want to see if your connection is back running?
Yeah. Hopefully it's better than before.
It's a lot better. It's a lot better. Thank you.
That's good.
Yeah. So yeah, Tim will tell us about what it takes to fall in love with London. Welcome, Tim.
Thank you. And hi, everybody. And this is Tim. To be fair, this topic was kind of ironically
Because I just relocated from London to Bath 1 week ago. So this speech is dedicated to my, past 20 months of amazing, wonderful life in London. Definitely that is way much longer or much more than what it takes to fall in love with London. It didn't take 20 months for sure. It only takes a couple of moments and a couple of small little things and pretty things just to fall in love with London. For me, it could take a small, tiny little flat in Notting Hill, where I spend my 20 months with my husband, and we created so much, amazing memories in there. We cook wonderful meals, and we order in a lot of takeaway food from brilliant restaurants around London. I know most of the time in London, unfortunately, was spent indoors during the lockdown, but that doesn't mean that I lost connection with London. I still make a good contact with all my colleagues, my friends, and especially the time with my husband in the tiny little flat in Notting Hill. And also it takes one job to fall in love with London. And I know my job is not the most interesting, and job in the world. I am accountant in one of the big 4 accounting firms. But what interests me is that it's actually make connection with so many talented people around London and also around the UK as well. So spending time with them after work and during lunch break, during coffee break, having a lovely chat with them, and on a daily basis just keeps me going during my long day at work. And that's another thing. So it only takes one Christmas to fall in love with London as well, because I love to see the wonderful lightings in a Regent Street. Every shop is lighted with a lovely Christmas decorations. Christmas trees are everywhere to be seen in Trafalgar Square, Covent Gardens, King Cross train station, where I'd love to see, people's face lights up, children smile when I hear the Christmas songs, and also shoppers filled up with the, restaurants or, just all kind of shopping malls. Where people probably kind of last minute rushing to buy Christmas gifts and this year as well. So it only takes one theatre show to fall in love with London. Just lost myself for a couple of hours in the shows were created by so many talented actor and actress on a stage. I can say I'm in love with The Cat, I'm in love with Fountain's Red, and Fountain of Opera as well, where so many talented people gather in the one theatre shows, and providing the audience just a getaway from their normal life, escape from their kind of daily routines. So that's what we like to do in London, and definitely that's the moment that I'm falling in love with London. And although I moved to Bath for probably more than a year, going to be more than a year, but I'm sure that my memories with London will stay with me forever. It only takes a few moments to fall in love with London, but it will take a long, long time to actually, to process the actual departure from London. So yes, the past week has been absolutely busy, meeting new people in Bath and sorting out my apartment, which is way much bigger than the Notting Hill one. But that memory will be with me forever. And certainly for all the people who come to London in the coming years, or to study, to work or live, I'm sure it won't take long for them to fall in love with London as well. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Tim. Thank you very much.
Thank you very
Certainly
much.
triggered triggered a lot of nice memories from everybody about London. So thank you. So can I ask all the judges to please mark Tim's speech, and Andy, whenever you're ready, can I ask you to please provide an evaluation? Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Tim. Very, very, very good. I like the way that certainly your whole story was encapsulated with a lot of emotion, a lot of connection with people and empathy with people. And that was good, good how you related that to your experiences. You brought in small things. I mean, a lot of things like your tiny flat in Notting Hill, but you actually brought in, you know, experiences of London, i.e. with takeaway food and things like that, but equally through the difficult time of COVID as well. Again, connection with people, your constant contact with the friends around you, whether it's at work or whether it's with a coffee, etc. And you finished off with certainly with the lights, the experience of Christmas, and it conjured up a picture of Regent Street, Oxford Street, which I've been many times, with the Christmas spirit, the Christmas smiling, the shopping, last minute stresses and strains on people trying to get the last minute presents for their loved ones. So I think that it was great to encapsulate all of that into a story, and it left me with a picture of the kind of person that you are. One thing I would ask you to do is that when you are giving a presentation, you were looking above the camera and you were looking away from the camera, and you weren't sometimes not talking to me as the audience. I thought you were talking to the wall or wherever. But other than that, I have to say it was a great story, and it was a nice encapsulated. It left me with lots of memories. So well done, Tim.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Andy, for that very thorough and detailed evaluation. And thank you, Tim, for your speech. Thank you. Okay, I believe now we will move on to our fifth contestant today, Liu Peng. His speech is My Life in the UK, 20 Years Uncut. Welcome, Liu Peng.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can.
All right. Honorable judges, my fellow contestants, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for dialing in this Saturday afternoon. I know one's time and indeed attention is the most precious. Therefore, without further ado, let me get straight to it. I came to the UK in year 2000 to study. As a 21-year-old kid then, I know so little about this new whole world. Fast forward, I'm turning 42 in a couple of months' time, becoming what is known as a middle-aged man. But thank God, I have always stayed healthy and fit. And as you can see all here, that I'm still managed to keep a reasonable, youthful looking. So this got to be achievement on its own, right? But seriously, joke aside, what have I achieved over the last 20, 21 odd years? I couldn't help wondering myself. So I guess I can summarize below with some facts and events. After all, it is those key moments that define who we are and what we have done in life. First, hardworking. People always say we work to live, but not live to work. In theory, it all sounds true, but I have always been fully aware and with an understanding that without hard working, one can simply not get what he or she wants. Also, as the Chinese proverb says, 吃得苦中苦，方为人上人, meaning one must be prepared to go through the hardship before he or she can achieve and enjoy life afterwards. I couldn't agree more. So that's exactly what I did. In my early years here, after taking lectures and classes from uni, I then cycled to Oxford Street and working night shift at McDonald's. Bear in mind, not flipping burgers, but doing the most grossest job of all as a lobby, i.e. a cleaner in McDonald's. I'm not going into great details about it, but simply say this. It involves cleaning a modernized facility, i.e. a toilet, but with some horrendous abusing usage. So I will leave the rest to your imagination. Anyway, with a minimum wage of £3.80 at the time, I still managed to pay for my own tuition fee, as well as living expenses yearly for the entire 3 years in uni. From then on, following the exact same work ethic and mentality, I have since gradually climbed up the social ladder, and more recently, in recent years, I've been able to take things easy and even have the freedom to choose to work or not to at times. More importantly, I would say I have taken control of my own time. Secondly, brave. There are 2 incidents I would like to mention here. First one is years ago, I was in Leicester Square. I happened to spot a pickpocket in action. Without thinking too much, I chase him down and bring him to the police officer in the area. And later on, I attended a court hearing to give evidence so that this thief can be locked away eventually. On another occasion, while I was working part-time in the betting shop in my uni days, I have risked my life by refusing giving money to the robber who even have a gun pointed at my head. Not only I protected the company's assets, but also I managed to create time for my co-worker to run to safety first before I even considered my own safety. I seriously doubt I would have this kind of extreme life experience if I were to work in China. But nevertheless, this shows a lot of character of mine. Due to limited time, I'm afraid I won't be able to share more of my interesting life experiences in this speech, but I can give you a glimpse of saying I have managed to completing my first marathon and triathlon in the space of 4 months. 30 days traveling and camping throughout Europe with my fully electric car, to name just a few. But don't get me wrong, no one is perfect. And I have made some horrible mistakes over the years, some of which I'm still trying to recover from. In addition, I have also have my own fair share of depression, loss of aim, and more recently, encountering issues when raising my own child. But the good thing is, I'm never shy away from it. And on the contrary, I actively looking for solutions and try to fix it whenever it comes along. Finally, I would like to use a quote from a movie, my favorite movie called Forrest Gump, to finish off my speech. Life is like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're gonna get. But yes, indeed, life is all about experiences, not just the sweet ones, but also the bitter ones as well. And even at times, it seems unbearable. But once through it and looking back, I'm pretty sure we will all be able to laugh about it and smile with a sense of appreciation. The point being, our lives have been enriched and we have done ourselves proud. I sincerely hope you find my speech useful in some way and can resonate with yourself. I'm also grateful to hear and without a doubt feel encouraged to know all about other contestants' life stories. Well done to all of us. Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much, Liu Peng, for that speech that is full of enthusiasm. Thank you very much for sharing your stories over the past 21 years. So can I please ask the judges to mark Liu Peng's speech? And Adam, whenever you're ready, can I ask you to please provide an evaluation?
I will do, certainly. And wow, you started with a bang, didn't you? You absolutely owned the stage and you entertained us all the way through. And I loved the way that you stood up to do the presentation, using all of that power of your body. I'm actually was in the Air Force for 10 years. So I thought you had a really good kind of military structure. And, you know, if we were in the auditorium, I think people would be scared to look away because you were owning the room, and that came through even on Zoom. So congratulations on that. At the beginning, I was thinking, well, you were standing more like a soldier, and you could perhaps do more with your hands. But then you started being a much more animation coming through, and your hands were coming up. So you really got into the theatrical nature of your presentation. So that was great. And you know what? You made me laugh. You were funny. Your character absolutely was shining through. And so much about presenting, I think, is about storytelling. Actually, if you start a business, success from public relations, I think, comes from telling your story. And that's what you did there. You had a story to tell. It was almost like a rags to riches story, which we really enjoyed hearing. Your structure, as you were growing old, we could see the structure and we understood where the story was going. So you kept us with us. You at one point became a superhero for us all with your amazing catching of the criminals. My one word of caution would be know your audience, because today that would be absolutely fine. But if you were perhaps presenting to younger children, you have to be a bit careful about what you might be influencing them. And we really wouldn't want anybody to be put in harm's way by copying some of your policeman-like antics.
I couldn't agree with you more, because to be honest, if I may disrupt.
Please.
After I done the heroic thing to protecting the betting shop's money, that's exactly what, not exactly, that's what my manager or someone from the top told me. So they say, okay, Peng, we told you in training, do not risk your life, you know. But somehow, I don't know, it just comes from instinct, I guess, or reaction.
Yeah,
you are, and you can't hide away from it. So I fully take on board. Yeah, that's not necessarily should be the case in every single, situation.
Yeah, we absolutely understood, and today's audience was absolutely fine. So well done, a really entertaining presentation, and I'm going to give you a virtual medal now for your hero nature. Well done.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Andrew.
Thank you, Adam, and thank you, Peng, for the enjoyable speech as well as the enjoyable evaluation. Thank you both very much. Now let's move on to our next contestant, Curry Yao, and his speech is How to Be Water. Thank you. Sorry, we can't hear you. We can see you, but we can't hear you. Are you on mute?
Hi, can anyone hear me?
Yes,
okay.
We can.
Sorry for not prepared 100%, but that's fit for my topic, how to be the water. So you just be yourself and do what you do. And the most important thing is you have to believe in yourself. Why I can say that? Because I was a student athlete, also a sports reporter, sports journalism, and two my favorite teams both lost this day. So I feel very bad. So I'm not in my best form. So everyone can guess which team is my favorite. One in basketball, one in football. They both lost today and lost a lot of things. I can give more details. The football team is based in London. It's called Tottenham Hotspur. I can go directly. They lost the game, and then their star player Harry Chien is going to leave. So I'm very disappointed. Just like my career in the whole supporter journey, because we was very close to the medal, to the championship in the Europe, but we lost against the Liverpool. So it's 2 years disappointment. I believe maybe some Arsenal fans in here and they will be laughing at me, but that's okay, because I love sports. I love running. Like, I love sports itself. It's not about the win or lose. It's not about the water goes through or stop. The water is the element, is one element of the river, the ocean. So you just keep loving what you love. So I just keep support the Tottenham Hotspurs, and and I just keep support another sports team, basketball team, Golden State Warriors. They lost the play-in tournament and they lost the chance to play the playoffs. So I have to say how to be the water. So look at me. I have a very disappointment day, but I have to go forward.
Lost him.
Yeah, I've lost him.
Yeah, I think we may have lost him. He had some trouble connecting to us earlier on. No, I think he's gone. Okay, why don't we just move on to maybe the next contestant, and when Kari comes back, we can ask him to maybe restart or just start where he's left off. So next, can we please ask Ouyang Xiaomei to give her speech, ballet relay.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. There are many stories about children inheriting their parents' interests and passion. For example, my mother was a doctor and I followed her footsteps and went to a medical school. Since then, I have dedicated myself to this profession. I'm pleased to say my son also studied medicine as well, and now he's a doctor as well. So it is like passing the baton in a relay race. But now I'm going to tell you another relay story about ballet. Like many little girls, my daughter started to learn ballet when she was 5 years old, after we took her to the theater to watch a Russian ballet production of Swan Lake. Although she was the youngest in the theater audience and eventually fell asleep in her seat. But I think this performance had indeed inspired her. She thoroughly enjoyed the learning ballet and did very well in the Royal Academy dance exams. Unfortunately, she gave up ballet after several years due to other interests, such as swimming galas and badminton tournament, as well as started secondary school with increased work. To be honest, I mourned this decision even more than my daughter and her ballet teacher, because I had been admiring ballet and dreaming of it since sending my daughter to the ballet class. I wished I could have had the opportunity to learn ballet when I was young, but thought I had missed the chance. Few years ago, introduced by a friend, I hesitantly but courageously joined Cambridge University Ballet Club. Although most of the members are university graduates or young adults who learned the ballet when they were little. Can you imagine how hard it would be for an adult in their 50s to start learning ballet. I might go mad. With a great enthusiasm and passion, I worked extremely hard to learn the technique and the expression of ballet. I jumped from beginner's class to intermediate class quickly, and our teacher further encouraged me to learn and practice in advanced class. I have so lucky with my whole family's support. My husband always drives me to the ballet class as my chauffeur. He also accompanied me to buy pointe shoes. And my children bought me a leotards for my birthday and the Christmas present. Let me show you some pictures, videos while I'm talking. The ballet classes are normally in the evening. No matter how exhausted I am after work, I always feel rejuvenated after work. After the ballet study, I jumped from a beginner's class to the intermediate class quickly, and then in the pre-advanced class, I have participated in our club's production shows, including Dr. Coppelia, Romeo and Juliet, Giselle, Swan Lake, and so on. My family and friends are always my loyal audience, and sometimes even they can't recognize me on the stage. It is no pain, no gain. There has been a lot of blood, sweat, and tears behind the achievement. I did have a lot of dreams, but I have never expected this one actually become true. Not only did I play one of the swans, but I was also selected through auditions as the queen in the show of the Swan Lake. I figured that people will not be able to tell my age if I don't tell them. As well as running, I still practice my ballet after the heavy hospital work during the COVID pandemic, as a release the pressure. I'm elated that my ballet dream has become true. I'm also amazed that the baton in the ballet relay within my family was passed on to me from my daughter. Do what you would like to do and embrace the challenge with the passion, action, and support. You will gain so much from it. I hope my story will serve as an encouragement to you today. Thank you for your listening.
Thank you, Xiaomei. What inspirational story. And thank you for sharing the clips of your dancing. It's absolutely beautiful. Thank you. So can I ask the judges to please mark Xiaomei's speech? And then Andy, can I please ask you to provide an evaluation?
Well, Xiaomei, wow. What can I say? What an achievement. Certainly, it puts a lot of us to shame. That the story that you tell from your daughter passing the baton back to you, and then you embracing something you've always dreamed about with Swan Lake, and all of the hard work that you had to do to get to the level that you have. What a courageous lady that you are, to have joined a club which lots of people younger than yourself, etc. but you rose to the dizzy heights, and may you continue with all of the support of your people, of your husband and your daughter behind you. So it's a great story, and full of passion and full of enthusiasm. And when you ended it with which certainly culminated in your story, was a message to all of us, really, and that was dreams can come true. And I think that certainly yours certainly did come true. So great story, great dialogue. So well done on that. But all I would say is that from a presentation point of view, the flow, if you get stuck, then just pause, recover, and then come back again. And then, because there's a number of times where you were a bit hesitant, but you recovered well, but it did show on your face. But other than that, lovely story. Well done.
Thank you, Andy.
Thank you, Andy, for that brilliant evaluation. Thank you, and thank you, Xiaomei dear. Thank you. I don't think Curry has come back, so let's move on to the 8th contestant today, Mia Chien, and her speech today is "Where there is life, there is hope." Thank you, Mia.
Thank you, Jessica. Can you all hear me? Wonderful.
Yes. Yep.
Where there is life, there is hope. Hi, everyone. I'm Mia. It's 10 years since I started my life in the UK. It's been an intensive, challenging, and wonderful time over the past 10 years. I completed my degree, found a job in London, secured a work visa to stay, found my mission right, and progressed my career in a global firm. My life was well on track, colorful, and exciting. Most of all, my family and we had a secure, safe, and predictable certainty. I can travel to China at least once a year to visit my family and friends. My parents would come to join me traveling around Europe. My husband and we had our wedding in China with more than 800 attendees flew in from all over the world. I didn't really appreciate it until one day, all out of a sudden, the freedom, travel, safety, and certainty all vanished into thin air. When the pandemic first hit my motherland in China, I had to cancel my booked trip to China for the Chinese New Year 2020, but looked for every possible way of buying N95 face mask to send to China to help with initial shortage. When we moved to a lockdown in the UK, I found myself pregnant. My partner wasn't able to attend any of my scans or appointments. Most of my pregnancy was spent in the first lockdown with a lot of anxiety and worries. Well, I delivered our daughter just before the second lockdown was imposed. I would say I was lucky that at least my partner was able to join me in the delivery room to see our daughter born. Only that I was left in the hospital with our baby girl. After a cesarean section emergently done at that point of time, in the hospital, there were no visitors were allowed during a pandemic. My daughter Yo-Yo, who is 6 months and a half now, have spent most of her life and gestation in a locked world defined by distance and disease. But we survived. Those early weeks passed in a blur of exhaustion, intense love, and chaos. Books we read told us to expect a stream of midwife checkups, health visitors, with relatives helping with laundry and cooking meals and neighbors visiting. Instead, they were all phone calls and video calls. The following Christmas, we were spoiled by love and care with royal parcel deliveries packed in our doorstep with care, love, gifts and cards sent across the world. Most of my family and friends lived hundreds of miles away in different countries and time zones. Yo-Yo has never met her mom's or dad's family, friends, or relatives. But she can now recognize my dad's face from a video call we do daily. And Yo-Yo is also a popular girl in my hometown in China. I started to upload the vlog updates of her development and growth since she was 1 month old. Life is never the same as before, but we are lucky to survive from a pandemic. Life has been so challenging that you cannot travel to meet your loved ones, but love never fades away because of distance. Instead, it gets stronger and stronger. Life's never easy for many of us. We cannot predict what would happen tomorrow. But where there is life, there is hope. Where there is hope, there is a way. I look forward to a grandest family reunion, and I hope we'll all have it soon. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you, Mia. Thank you for that very emotional speech. That was lovely. Thank you. And judges, can I please ask you to mark Mia's speech? And then Alice, if you could provide an evaluation, please. Thank you,
Jessica. Thank you so much to Mia for sharing such a lovely, lovely personal stories with us today. I love how Mia actually keep the eye contact with us throughout the whole session, except when she needs to deal with the TV behind her. But as and when she really talked to us, I can really feel that she was talking to me. I feel her emotions, her speech is full of emotions. And in fact, my emotion has been kind of like affected by her when she actually came from her story, like, how she started her new life in the UK. And also how did he actually have a pandemic happen and what happened in China. My heart sank when she shared that story, because we all also share the suffering that we all went through. And of course, at the same time, she got pregnant during pandemic time. So that must be a COVID baby. But however, she also quite honest with us about the challenges, about the worries, where she has to actually do all her checkup by herself. But of course, at the same time, I could really feel she was so grateful that when her husband actually was allowed to be with her during the cesarean time. So that is something that we felt so happy for you too. And so my only recommendation for Mia in this speech is really about the visual aid. I mean, on one hand, I really felt connected and even really know more about her when she showed her images with us. But on the other hand, yes, when you actually involve the technology, sometimes it could be a bit trickier. So of course, practice make perfect. If let's say there's another chance, we will have a chance to hear from Mia, that is something that she can work on. And overall, I also love how actually Mia transformed herself after she shared her challenges that happened during pandemic time, but also start to share about all the happy moments. And especially, I really, really can feel her when she smiles so broadly, when she talked about how Yo-Yo actually can FaceTime with her granddaddy in China. So overall, wonderful, wonderful speech. And I can't agree more with Mia that when there's life, there is hope. So let's keep on to the positive attitude from there. Thank you so much for your speech today, Mia. Thank you.
Thank you, Alice, and thank you, Mia. And how time flies, that's all the stories from all the contestants today. So what great speeches from all our contestants, and what brilliant evaluation from all our judges as well. So thank you so much, and well done to every single contestant today. Congratulations.
Yes,
so now
what's happening to Curry?
Yeah, I think we've lost him, and his connection is just not working at all. So he's not going to come back, unfortunately. Okay, so now all the judges and our timer will move to a separate breakout room to deliberate on each of the speech. And I guess after a few minutes, we'll come back to the main room, and the top 3 winners will be announced. Thank you. So, Ejo, can you move us to the breakout room, please?
You can join it by yourself. Let me see that. Andrew, Jessica, Ling.
So yeah, if the breakout room is available, I guess we can just click to join in.
Yeah. Also, Pete. Yeah. Have you joined the room? I created.
Not yet. We're all still here.
Yeah, you are in the room one.好了，我们可以，王瑞在这里，王璐，你什么？
我可以讲中文了吗？
王璐，录完你怎么在这里？
啊？
我看看啊。
I don't know. I didn't.
Okay.
What's happening? I can hear you.
Now I can move a little bit closer.
OK， 那我们来互动一下啊，每个人说一下感受啊。
互动一下。
从那个灵珠那个怎么读你名字？你先说。
吕灵竹双口吕。
你先说一下，今天感受怎么样？
我真的被小梅姐的这个太感动了，真的，当时听的时候整个流下泪来，然后为大家的这个为生活的热情真的是太感动。我觉得我来英国真的这个决定实在是太正确了，因为当时的时候我周围的所有人都反对，然后就说啊为什么要这个时候出去，然后你应该 settle down， 你应该 have a family, having baby or something like that, but I still make up my mind and came here. The most right decision I made for my whole life.
Okay.
You're a brave girl. I did great. Well done.
不错，对，你自己觉得自己表现怎么样？今天？
其实我还挺紧张的，因为最近我的 due 特别多，所以也没有很好的在准备。然后我觉得大家准备的都 well prepared， 然后还有 PPT， 但是我什么都没有准备，我就写了稿子。但是never mind， 这都不重要，主要是就是认识了这么厉害的大家，然后深受鼓舞。我觉得是今天真的是太重要了，就比我上课的那个理论知识要来的精彩的多。我觉得认识大家这个事情让我的经历真的是 completed。
很好
，well said，
对，考虑一下加入我们吗？
会考虑，一定会考虑，绝对会考虑。
老大时时不忘。
对，那个加入的话，可以线下认识小梅姐吗？
可以，没问题。
对，小粉丝。
小粉丝哈。
对，
下面一个米娅很棒，今天。
我以为我不会紧张，其实我还挺紧张的。然后第一次做这个，就是对着 手机，然后做这样的演讲，然后受众不在底下，所以就是其实还是挺不一样的。然后我觉得是特别好的一次经历，因为今后这个channel 会越来越变成 online， 然后我觉得像跑动的 webinar 呀，之前都有很好的机会让每一个人说话啊、锻炼啊，今后在工作中也会越来越多的是这样的一个对话方式，我觉得是特别受益的整个过程。然后我从每一个speech 都觉得大家非常精心的去准备，然后有特别特殊的一种感情在里面，在英国的这种生活，然后特别是我觉得能跟大家学到特别上进的东西，我特别受鼓舞，能够不断的学习。我也必须讲小梅姐之前跟我打电话，我们一起切磋怎么样进步，我真是特别感动。我觉得在这样一个小的团队里面哈，我能够从大家身上汲取力量，特别好。最后，我想感谢所有的评委哈，我觉得特别 professional。从第一次初选的时候，当天晚上，我是前面一天晚上 upload 的 video， 第二天我就收到 feedback 了，而且 feedback 真的特别好，就是要我对着这个就是那个镜头，然后要有 eye contact， 我觉得我已经进步了，我觉得很不错。好，谢谢各位评委，期待今后跑动一轮的更多活动。
谢谢，大家都感觉你今天表现真的很棒，真的。好，下一个刘鹏。
我怎么说呢？我觉得我可能是平时挺能说的，但是关键时刻有点掉链子啊。但是我反正就是尽了我的一些努力吧。如果咱们以后的这个跑动英伦啊，或者是演讲比赛的话，我希望可以再次参加。我还是挺喜欢这种表现形式吧，或者说这种表达方式，挺锻炼人的。然后另外也像大家说的，可以从其他 contestant 身上学到很多知识，听到他们的 life story， 因为毕竟大家都是不管出国的，有刚来的，或者是来像我这样很长时间的，或者 in the middle， 大家都能，就像我用那个词儿叫什么，我到现在那个词儿有的时候还总 resonate 都能和大家互相 relate， 因为都有出国的这种经历，然后这些坎坷啊或者怎么样的，所以就听完有的是挺感动的然后就是很高兴认识大家了，然后希望以后可以有线下的机会再当面详聊。
对，说到线下机会，我们这个月底有那个徒步活动，欢迎大家参加。好，谢谢刘鹏，你可以去看一下那个 YouTube 上面，你的粉丝挺多的，跟你互动。
对，其实说到粉丝呢，我再加一句，其实我觉得，如果说每个人都有长处的话，我的长处可能是我不能说别人没有人脉了，但是我的意思可能是我在那方面投入，可能要比我在对我自己精雕细琢内容的精雕细琢上更上心一些，所以可能看了上面那个给我鼓劲的人比较多。当然我很感动嘛，这个有的时候从那个方面来说，就是说到底是别人对你的认可嘛，就活的有那种是成就感也好啊，还是满足感也好，还是存在感也好，反正就是挺重要的，被别人认可啊，哪怕是仅存于表面上的。
没有了，大家都是挺真诚的。那个，我觉得 marketing 也是一个挺重要的一个技能，挺重要的。好，下面请小倩说一下。
今天就特别开心，然后其实就是我觉得各位都是大佬，就特别值得从大家身上学到东西。因为我来伦敦的时间其实并不是很长，我跟那个林竹一样，我是去年9月底才来的，所以我感觉我的感受就是加入跑动英伦以后，我的整个的生活的 色调都变了，就从刚来的那半年的那种阴霾的那种伦敦的冬日的很早就天黑的那种阴暗的潮湿的生活中，一下就变得就是明亮，然后色彩斑斓了起来。然后因为我自己是一个运动狂人，然后我在国内的时候就马拉松、铁人三项这样子，所以我来伦敦以后，我觉得这种习惯应该一直保持，因为运动它是贯穿，它是一个生活习惯，它应该是一直陪伴着你的，而不是说就是爆发一下就没有了。我觉得它是一种生活方式。然后这个是我说的关于运动方面。那另外我觉得今天这个演讲吧，就是不管是就是小梅姐说到自己去学这个跳芭蕾，然后让我也特别泪目，然后包括像刘鹏哥说的特别搞笑，然后让我又疯狂大笑，然后到米娅去分享这个疫情期间怀孕的事情，我就特别有感触，就整个人的情绪是被大家带着特别特别的就是很 make sense 的感觉，然后我就觉得对，就特别特别开心。然后其实我也特别想说，当时看到米娅姐的那篇文章，其实我当时是就是热泪盈眶的看完，真的是可以给到我很多 motivation。我就是觉得大家跑动英文这个组织，不管是活动还是每一个人，其实都能从大家的身上学到很多有灵感的东西，然后不断的激励着我。因为我是一个就是也是特别喜欢折腾，然后就从大家身上就能得到能量。然后我觉得有相同气场的人最终会被互相吸引，然后我们大家一起就是把这股能量场一起转，我觉得这种感觉会非常就特别特别棒。这就我今天特别想分享的。
分享的真好，我真的没想到你还有个小孩。
对，我现在对就是想用自己的这样一个，因为很多我国内的很多同事或者是同学，可能就是有了孩子以后，我不是说那样不好，但是我觉得还是应该坚持自己的一些梦想去追逐，这样自己给孩子树立一个榜样，然后让他去从我身上看到一些力量。我觉得这种教育是最能够有说服力的，就是自己行动，然后给他树立榜样，而不是要求他去做什么。所以就
对，榜样的力量是无穷的。对，这种教育是最有效的。对，谢谢你跟我分享啊，今天学到挺多。下面请那个王悦，我第一次见王悦。
是见我，是就大家都说的很好，然后感觉大家刚刚也说了很多，然后我就简短一点吧。然后我觉得还挺有感触的，因为感觉大家都在分享一些很 positive 的东西，然后就觉得去年这一年其实蛮难的嘛，但是其实就是跌到低谷的时候，可能你才会感觉到生活里面有很多很美好的东西，这个就是我最大的感触吧。所以就觉得大家都很好，就是在这个疫情期间还能有这么多很 positive 这种 vibe 传达出来。然后还有我现在在国内，然后现在已经快11点了，然后其实有点挺累的了，但是就听大家分享这些 story 我都觉得还蛮感动的。然后特别是 Tim 当时还提到那个伦敦，对吧，就是还排比句式的说伦敦怎么样，然后我还挺想念伦敦的，然后也2个多月没回去了，然后希望在回去的时候和大家线下见面吧。
你会再回来的吧？
我会的，我会的。我也很想念伦敦。
你现在在哪个城市？
我现在在家，在贵阳。对，这就是我家。
好，下面请小梅跟我们分享一下。小梅，well done，没开麦，小梅你没开麦啊？
谢谢老大，很难得从你嘴里头得到一句鼓励的话啊。那个非常感谢大家的分享哈。这个其实我觉得我收获最大的是在这个准备的这个过程中，而并不是只是今天。大家也知道我在医院上班，其实非常非常忙的。我准备这个讲稿呢，我先写了一下，然后我就在每天上下班的路上我走路，故意的走路哈，就是有这个时间来，我就一边走一边说，一边走一边说，有时候差点都 差点撞到人，撞到自行车了，就是这个样子。确实准备的时间也很有限，但是还是在积极的准备。特别是看了第一轮的大家的这个 production 了以后吧。确实也受大家的鼓舞。你像这个林竹哈，这个刚来这么短时间，这么勇敢的参加哈，我当时也确实很感动。还有这个王悦呢，声音特别好听，我就总想再听一遍，再听一遍。如果你的那个点击次数多的话，我点了好几次啊，我反复听，我觉得声音也都特别好听。然后还有那个小倩呢，我都注意到了，她每次都要参加这个星期五晚上和这个周日的跑步哈。我跟她一样，其实也是运动达人，只不过我在剑桥没有办法 join 你们一起跑哈。但是我注意到她是确实是风雨无阻，每次坚持啊，这个确实也很有感动。包括我都注意到她昨天为了准备请了假，对吧？
我就担心昨天被淋感冒了，然后我今天不能 make speech 了，我就请了假。
对，
什么意思？就是
还有咱们这个刘鹏哈，这种热情确实是很感染人的。然后还有咱们这个亚美哈米娅 ，sorry， 我老是搞错了，米娅。这个他的这个 emotion 呢，确实很感动人。我们既是对手又是战友哈，我们还一起讨论说，我说哎呀，我这个 picture 怎么放啊？他也帮我出主意想办法啊什么的哈，非常感谢。所以我就是说我最大的收获就是从这个。哦，对了，还有这个叫做 Tim，sorry， 我差点忘记你了哈，也非常的这个brave 哈。To be honest， 我不知道别人可能会介意啥，我觉得他也非常大胆的来说出自己的一些想法、看法和 sharing 哈，我觉得也真是不错啊。所以我就觉得我这个收获很大的是在这个过程准备的这个过程当中，而并不是只是在今天这一天。而今天这一天呢，正因为我太 enjoy 了 listen to what you are talking about, I almost forgot what I'm going to talk about.
You forgot what
so I was stuck a bit. Just because I'm too enjoying to everyone what you are talking. Anyway, that's all. I think the judge has come back. Now it's their time.
I think we have got to come back. It was some serious deliberation and discussion. The competition is absolutely fierce, but I think after very, very careful discussion and deliberation, we do have the results. So Pete, can I ask you to please announce our third place winner, please?
Of course, yeah. So I have the pleasure of announcing in third, we have Liu Peng.
Yay!
Congratulations.
Well done. Thank you so much. Wow. Yes.
Congratulations, Liu Peng. Very, very well done. Well done, I think.
Very good job.
Yeah.
Do I need to say something now or just?
Yes. Please give your speech.
Okay. Can't deliver another speech after speech, but once again, thank you for all the judges giving me the third place, and I know exactly what I need to improve, and of course, I don't want to, I want to be positive as usual, to see what I've done well and take away, and hopefully in the future, as I was talking in the other room, if we're gonna have future speech contests, I'd love to join and to participate, and this is a great fun and a good chance to improve. Yeah, really. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well done.
Brilliant acceptance speech. Very well done, Liu Peng. Okay, now Adam, can I ask you to please announce the runner-up?
Well, how exciting was the judging? It was down to the line, down to the wire, and we actually had to use VAR to find the winner. So it was so close between the first, second, and third place. So very small distances between everybody, and indeed everybody else in the competition. So well done to everybody. But in second place, for today's public speaking competition, it goes to Mia.
Yay.
Well done, Mia.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. I really enjoy standing here to give a speech, but it's been a long time that since I did last time. I remember it was still in my high school, standing, practicing in front of a whole class of like 40, 50 people, giving a public speech. Really enjoyed. Thank everyone, and thank you, 跑动英伦, give me this chance to practice, and thanks to the judges. And look forward to meeting everyone soon. Offline.
Thank you, Mia, and very well done. And I guess we didn't get to show Liu Peng's certificate.
That's all right, it's acknowledged. So
yeah, we will distribute all the certificates afterwards, of course. Right, now the most exciting moment. Andy, can I ask you to please announce today's winner?
Yes, thank you, Jessica. I'd like to start by saying congratulating everybody, all of you, because I can see all the hard work that you put into it, and you've come a long way, because I listened to all of the videos before that you gave a few weeks ago, and I see all of you have been on this journey. So thank you, and thank you for all of your hard work. Each one of the contestants brought something different to the table, and that's a good sign. Not only because of you're all different individuals and you put your personality onto it, but equally a sign of confidence as well, because you are wanting to tell your story and tell the world about it. So thank you for that. All I can say is keep pushing yourselves. Keep take yourself outside your comfort zone like you did today, and you will continue to learn and prosper and develop yourselves as individuals as you grow go through life. So well done. So now comes to the drum roll, and I have to say that, as we've said as the judges, it was very, very tight. But I have to say that certainly as a winner, well, what this winner did to me was conjured up the emotion inside of me, and the support of the people around the person, that you can't do it on your own. And you can dream, and those dreams do come true if you work hard. So the first place goes to, without a shadow, to Xiao Mei. Well done. Well done.
Well done, Xiao Mei. Well done.
Well done.
What wonderful achievement.
Thank you very much indeed for all of the judges and the other people. As I said, I did very much enjoyed the preparation for this speech, and today also enjoyed to everyone's sharing. Even I nearly forgot what I'm going to say. Thank you for the 跑动英伦 give me this opportunity, to make myself to achieve in this public speech. Thank you very much indeed.
You're welcome.
Congratulations, huge congratulations to all of the winners, and of course huge congratulations to everybody, to all the contestants. Is just a massive well done, for being so brave, for being so fearless, and of course for taking your time to prepare and to speak in front of, frankly, strangers, and doing so well. So really, a big pat on your shoulders. Well done. And of course, I would like to say a huge thank you to our wonderful judges for taking your time away from your weekend to support the contest, to provide such valuable feedback to our contestants. Without you, it wouldn't be possible. So thank you so much, everybody. Also, I would like to thank everybody who have tuned in on YouTube to watch today's contest, to support CUK Run, to support the contestant, to support your loved ones. So I hope you enjoyed today's session, and got inspired and enjoyed all the lovely stories our contestant told. And also, I would like to say a big thank you to the members of our organising committee, so He Yizhou Alice, Elle, Ruang, Difang, and myself to put the event together. So without their careful planning, the many deliberation, the many events after work and late evenings, this event wouldn't be possible. So really huge thank you to everybody who have participated in your way. So hugely well done to our contestants, and huge thank you. I hope you had a good time today, and hopefully we'll get to meet in real life, in person, after the lockdown. Thank you so much,
Jessica, and thank you to you, Jessica. Well done, well organised, and well flow was good. Well done.
Thank you,
Thank you so much, everyone.
Cheers.
Have a lovely weekend.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Have a lovely weekend.
Nice
Nice meeting you.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody. Congratulations.